As soon as the International Criminal Court's pretrial chamber confirmed crimes against humanity allegations preferred against Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Uhuru Kenyatta and his co-accused head of civil service Ambassador Francis Muthaura, the question that emerged almost immediately was whether they could continue holding plum public offices while facing serious crimes at the Hague-based court. The sustained pressure and calls for their resignation were fast and furious.
There is no way that somebody can stand charge before a criminal court, be it a Kenyan court or an international court which is recognized by Kenya, and continue to be in public office.
There also needs to be equal access to justice for victims, and this can't happen in an environment where either one is placed in a position where they have inordinate influence over the justice system.
An explanation by the government's principal legal advisor, Attorney General Professor Githu Muigai, that Kenyatta and Muthaura were legally in office and would only quit if they were formally charged at The Hague, reignited rivalry within the fractious Grand Coalition government.
As to whether the Kenyan case at this point in time is a suitable case to be transferred from The Hague to Kenya is something that this legal team of very eminent persons will advise.
That we are behaving as if the Kenya government is on trial. The Kenya government is not on trial at The Hague.
Despite being urged by their supporters to stay in office, pending the outcome of their appeals at the ICC on the pretrial chamber's ruling on Monday confirming post-election violence charges against them, Kenyatta and Muthaura's exit from office was imminent if provisions in Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity were anything to go by.
Now, before Monday, these gentlemen were suspects. Now, from Monday afternoon, they are no longer suspects. They are accused persons. They are formally now people put on defense and there are formal charges against them.
Article 75(1)(c) of the Constitution states that a public officer shall at all times, whether in public or in official life, behave in a manner that does not demean the office they hold. Does being charged in an international court of law on crimes against humanity amount to demeaning the public offices that Kenyatta and Muthaura held?
If you have the Deputy Prime Minister of Kenya or the head of the Public Service of Kenya being charged before an international criminal court for crimes against humanity, of course these gentlemen are presumed innocent. But the office, the public office which they hold, may be ridiculed, may be subject to contempt.
Article 10 of the Constitution on national values could also have been invoked if Kenyatta and Muthaura insisted on staying in office despite the charges they face at The Hague.
So national values include patriotism. It includes the public interest.
The president was also under pressure to crack the whip on Kenyatta and Muthaura, who are seen as his close allies, having suspended Deputy Chief Justice Nancy Baraza on recommendations of the Judicial Service Commission following Baraza's alleged gun drama with a security guard at the Village Market shopping mall. The president was caught in a catch-22 situation. Like other senior public officers who have stepped aside and were reinstated after being cleared, Kenyatta and Muthaura could reclaim their positions if the Hague-based court overturns the pretrial chamber's ruling confirming charges against them, or if the ICC trial chamber finds prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo's evidence insufficient to sustain the charges. Francis Gashuri, Citizen Live at 9.